We saw some pretty incredible things while we were in Egypt. But of all the things that we saw, we didn't expect our favorite to be a small town on the edge of the Great Sand Sea, just 50 miles from the Libyan border. The Siwa Oasis is not an easy place to get to. It's about 9 hours from Cairo and about 8 hours from Alexandria. But those who do make it here get the chance to see one of the most unique places in all of Egypt. We started our day in Alexandria before driving through the night to Siwa town. We booked a room at Siwa Safari Paradise, which is one of the only places in town where you can fit 4 people in one room.
Welcome to Siwa Paradise!
We only had 3 days to spend in the Siwa Oasis, so we woke early and made our way to the ominously named Mountain of the Dead. The Mountain of the Dead is a hill on the edge of Siwa town that is absolutely riddled with ancient tombs dating back to Pharaonic and Greek times. Inside are some of the most well-preserved paintings in the region. The tombs were empty during World War II when they were used as a shelter during the Italian bombing campaigns on the town. The views from the top of the mountain are some of the best in Siwa. Our next stop was the Temple of the Oracle. This incredible place is believed to be where Alexander the Great first heard that he was a son of Zeus. There is a room in the temple where visitors must enter alone, and the lucky ones may hear the voice of the gods speaking to them.
I'm going to Agami village.
The temple now sits within an abandoned Agormi village, which offers a fascinating look back into the everyday Siwan life of just a few short decades ago. Nearby to the Oracle Temple is a moon temple. This once sprawling structure used to be an intricate temple complex, but a local governor dynamited the complex in 1886 to get building materials for his properties.
Welcome to a moon temple.
One intricately decorated wall is all that remains. As the afternoon heat began to make itself known, we made our way into the heart of Siwa town to take a dip in Cleopatra's Well. After a refreshing dip, our guide, Abu Bakr Ismail, the curator of the local House of Siwa Museum, took us to Darkur Mountain, the home of one of the most incredible Siwan festivals that happens here every year during the harvest season. The Festival of Forgiveness is a 3-day festival where grudges and rivalries are forgiven, and the whole region joins together for feasts and dancing. It's incredible things like this that make Siwa one of the most peaceful places in all of Egypt. One of the most popular places in Siwa for both locals and tourists alike is a small peninsula on the edge of Lake Siwa called Fatness Island. Here there's a small collection of cafes serving tea and the signature strawberry smoothie. We woke early the next day to take in one of Siwa's most famous attractions, the ancient Berber walled city known as the Shaly Fortress. Even now, the Shaly Fortress is at the center of life in Siwa. After we said goodbye to Shaly Fortress, Abu Bakr Ismail brought us to the House of Siwa Museum. This small but well-stocked museum offers a glimpse into traditional Berber life that modern technology is swiftly leaving behind. The next place we visited in Siwa blew our minds. The azure blue waters of the Siwa Salt Lakes contrast so much with the local landscape that they hardly looked real. And to float in the mineral-rich, salty water was the perfect way to relax our bodies. After a short rest for some lunch and a break from the afternoon heat, we were picked up by a local driver, Mohammed, to explore the Great Sand Sea. It turned out to be a great day for some dune bashing. While we were out in the sand, we took advantage of the high dunes of the Sahara Desert for another one of our favorite desert adventures, dune sledding. And after getting all of that sand in our faces, there was no better way to clean off than a dip in one of the local Oasis hot springs. As we left the natural springs behind, we came to an area where the sand cleared away. What was revealed underneath was an ancient, fossil-covered seabed. There were even the remains of ancient whales.
I found two foxes. One's kind of broken, and one's clam. Bye, kids.
After a wild day of exploring Siwa, we got the chance to sit down, relax, and enjoy some local tea with some other travelers. But the relaxation wasn't to last. Soon, the clouds were covering up the sunset and the wind was picking up. We got a call from our Travel Line Egypt representative Rami, letting us know that Egypt's biggest storm in 40 years was barreling down on us. And if we didn't leave the town immediately, we could get stuck there. We had big plans to explore Abu Simbel and Luxor, and we did not want to leave those behind. So we raced back to the hotel and packed up our gear. And it wasn't long after we hit the road for the long drive back to Cairo that the skies opened up.